Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In today's scenario, we are going to solve a problem where we are going to dynamically create different target files based on a condition. So this question is actually very important because the key concept rotates around the transaction control transformation. This question is quite often asked with a manipulation. I will give you a brief background how this question is asked. Let me show you a flat file. Okay, so here you see you have a data. Suppose the first column is the employee ID and the second column is the department. So the interviewer will ask you that segregate the data on the basis of the department. Okay, that's fine. You will answer like there are three departments. I will create three target files or target instance in the mapping, and I will use a router, and if it's IT I will pass it on to IT. If it's finance I will pass it on to finance, and if it's admin I will pass it on to admin. But the interviewer says you don't know the source data, you cannot go and open that, or maybe if you can see the data there are lots of like 10 or 20 or 30 departments. Obviously you cannot go and create 10 20 target instance in your mapping, or even in the case you don't even know how many uh, different departments are there, or they can like get added or get reduced, so you can't go and every time change your mapping to adjust all the target instances. So you have to design a dynamic plan where the target files are created on the fly on the basis of the input. So it revolves around the use of transaction control that most people don't know that this scenario is solved using this transformation. Now, this question is asked in very good banks and captive units. I have came across this question when I was being interviewed in Deloitte and in Bank of America. So let's quickly see how this situation is tackled, how we design this scenario. And remember, this is a very key concept, and if you don't know the use of transaction control, you will not be able to solve this. Let's quickly create a mapping. Okay, so we have a flat file here, and it has the employee ID and the department. Now I want all the employees from a particular department in different target table. This means I want all the IT guys in one target, I want all the finance guys in a different file, and all the admin guys from into a different file. Okay, so let's sort this data because we want to distribute the data on the basis of the department. So let's first sort this data. Let's go here and select the key as department, and it's ascending. It's fine. Now let's use an expression to compare the data. Before we proceed, let's discuss about a very important point, because the file names will be generated dynamically and on the run. Okay, so this time we are going to pass the file name, that is the file of the generated target, in the mapping itself. So in the target definition, if you go here, there is an option of file, add file name. So we are going to use this. Okay, so if we have a target, so this will be the employee ID, this will be the department, and the file name will be of the department which it is being a part of. Now, as we have sorted the data according to the department, we have to segregate the data like where there is a change in the department. Okay, try to understand that you have sequentially arranged all the employees on the basis of department. Now you want to raise a flag. Okay, You have to raise a flag. You have to check that like all the IT guys are done, and now I'm going to check the admin guys, or now I'm going to check the finance guys. Okay, so this type of situation we have already handled by using or storing the previous value. So suppose we have the department, so we will create the department as current department, and this will have the value of this department. We will also have a previous department which will have the value of the current department. Okay, in between we will do the calculation, that is we will raising the flag that if there is a change in the department. So let's use another variable where we will be comparing the previous flag, the previous department of the previous row and the current. So let's quickly write the logic here. If the current department equals the previous department, that is there is no change, right? The data is in the same department, so we are not using any flag, that is it's a no. If there is a department in change, then we will say yes, now the department has changed and you have to write it into some another target. Till the time you are in the same department, you are not going to write in other target, you will continue writing in the same target. You can understand in this manner. Now let's take the output of the flag. Now we have to check that we also need the file name, and this file name will be on the basis of the department itself. So we have to create the file name in the mapping itself. So let's go here, and in the expression let's write file name. Let's make it a bit long string. Okay, and here we are going to create the file name on the basis of the department. So let's we have department concatenate, and we are going to create a CSV file here. So let's write as CSV. Let's validate this. It's cool. Let's move here. Now the most important point is using a transaction control. Now you have to understand the logic. Let's go and quickly set the transaction control condition. So if there is no change in the department, it should continue writing in the same target. Else, if there is a change in the department, just commit it the last row, commit it in the previous target, and now move to a new target based on the new department name. So how we are going to write this? If there is a flag equals to yes, that is the flag has changed, now there is a new department. So what we are going to do? TC commit before, that is whatever was there, just write it in the previous target and commit that thing. In commit means in a flat file, this means you are writing it and finishing the writing. If there is no change in the flag, that is at the same department, then continue transaction. Okay, so we will pass it on here, the department will be here, and the file name which is generated from here is saved. Okay, let's quickly create a workflow. Let's go here. Okay. Now we will give the input details in the source. So it's input.txt, and in the target, because the file names are being created from the file name which is passed in the expression, still I'm just giving the file name because it will create a dummy file, but let's see. And the files department wise will be created dynamically. Let's see. It is succeeded. Let's go in the target and check. Let's quickly open the input file and check the data that the target is generated accordingly or not. So we have 1, 6 and 8 in the IT group. So let's check the IT group. So you see 1, 6 and 8 are generated in the IT group. We see we have the file as it.csv. Also, let's see and check the finance. 2 and 3 are the finance. So let's go ahead and check the finance. You see we got 2 and 3 as finance. Okay, so now you see the 3 files are created on the basis of the input. That is, you have not used any router, but the transaction control is doing on your behalf. That is, based on the input logic that you have applied, it is creating the target files and routing your data in the respective files. Now we will just clean this whole process with some additional changes at the session level. That is, this output file. Because we can't keep this thing as empty, we need to give something over here. So we'll quickly go and add a post session command which will delete this file. Okay, so this command will run once the session is over. That is, once the file is created, it will quickly delete. For that, I have saved this command in in Windows, so it is delete command. And if it's a Unix system, you can write an rm function and give the directory, that is the pm target file directory. It is already defined at the admin level, and you can give your file name. So let's add this command over here. Let's run this task again. Okay, here you see the file is now deleted. So as per your requirement, you need 3 files, that is 3 departments are there in your source in the input file. So you are creating 3 files. Let's add one more department. Suppose we write as 4 and we give this as HR. Let's save this. Our source, our target files are not having the header. So we will include the header and it will take the input from the source. That is, that the mapping which we are having, it will take the header from here. Let's run this. If you go here, it's done. Let's open the HR file. The purpose of this thing is to show you some additional features, which is also good to remember because these things are also asked sometimes in the interview. So you see we have employee ID and the department. Now that is a column name is given to the flat file and you have the fourth record, that is fourth employee ID of HR. Now one interesting fact, whenever you use this feature, output field names in the header option, it always creates a hash. This hash is generated from the Informatica side and you need to drop it. So let's close this and we have another important feature. So if you go here, go in the config, you have to paste this thing in the custom properties. So add an attribute, remove output header hash, yes. Let's save this and run this. So now let's open the HR file. Okay, now you can see the header is there, that is you have the column names, you have the fourth employee and the department as HR. So all in all, if you see, you have dynamically created target files according to the name of the department. This is a very important scenario, and if you are an experienced resource, expect this question coming up and you should not be surprised if the interview asks you that is this really possible. And believe me, when I faced this question for the first time, I said no, and this was a mistake which I did. So this thing is very much possible, but only if you know the trick that it can be only achieved by using a transaction controlled transformation. If you still have any doubt, please do comment and let me know. Till then, happy learning.